Earth was no one's first choice for diplomacy. Scarred by centuries of climate collapse and political division, humanity had clawed itself back to stability only recently. Still, the Galactic Confederacy had extended a cautious invitation, a seat at the table, though nearer the children's corner than the throne. Dr. Ilara Miles, Earth's chosen ambassador, carried that weight with quiet defiance. Brilliant, sharp-tongued, and unafraid of alien scrutiny, she had become humanity's voice among the stars. Yet nothing prepared her for the summons from the Orath Dominion, one of the Confederacy's most ancient and feared powers. Their ruler, King Jur, offered Earth a gift, or an insult. A bride, not just any bride, but his cursed bride, a daughter said to bring ruin wherever she dwelled. The Confederacy smirked. Earth would either accept humiliation or risk war. And Ilara was the one chosen to meet the so-called Cursed Queen. The chamber doors groaned open, and the cursed bride stepped into the light. Princess Kareth was nothing like the horror stories whispered through the Confederacy. Her skin glimmered faintly, threaded with veins of bioluminescence, and her eyes shimmered like fractals unfolding into infinity. Alien, yes, yet there was an undeniable dignity in her bearing. Ilara studied her carefully. The Orath courtiers flanked the princess with barely concealed disdain, treating her like a discarded weapon rather than a royal envoy. The message was clear. Earth was being handed a burden, not a bride. But when Kareth's gaze met hers, something shifted. For a fraction of a second, Ilara saw neither curse nor danger, but recognition, as if the alien woman had been waiting for her. The Confederacy's delegates whispered gleefully. If Earth faltered under this gift, it would prove them too weak for the galactic stage. Ilara clenched her jaw. Not on her watch. Kareth's arrival on Earth ignited chaos. To some, she was a beacon, a symbol that humanity had finally been acknowledged by the stars. To others, she was a curse incarnate whispered to bring famine, war, or death. Crowds gathered at every sighting, some chanting blessings, others hurling stones. Ilara, now both guardian and interpreter, fought daily battles on two fronts. In council chambers, Admiral Juno Reyes demanded Kareth be confined to an orbital station. A potential weapon does not walk our streets. Senator Malik countered that Kareth was their key to bargaining power. And in the quiet moments, Ilara herself wrestled with doubt. Yet the princess proved anything but helpless. When Earth's orbital defense array malfunctioned, a relic of rushed engineering, Kareth analyzed the system within hours, her alien insight solving problems that had baffled engineers for decades. Was this the curse, Ilara wondered, or a gift? But shadows lengthened. Encrypted transmissions hinted at Orath fleets maneuvering near Earth. The Dominion demanded Kareth's return, claiming Earth had misused their bride. And in sealed intelligence files, Ilara uncovered a chilling truth. Kareth's very genome carried the signature of a weapon engineered by her own people. The curse was real, and it was alive. The skies above Earth burned with the light of Orath warships. Their demand was simple: surrender Kareth, or watch Earth's fragile defenses be reduced to ash. In the UN summit hall, chaos reigned. Some leaders begged to hand her over. Others called for resistance. Ilara stood between Kareth and the galaxy, heart hammering. Then Kareth rose. Her voice carried not only across the chamber, but through hidden resonance into every broadcast, every mind tuned to the transmission. I am not a bride. I am not cursed. I am Kareth of Orath, and I choose to be Queen of Earth. The declaration sent shockwaves through the Confederacy. By Orath prophecy, a cursed queen was destined to break chains of dominion, and by naming Earth her throne, Kareth made herself untouchable, no longer property but sovereign. Still, the Orath fleets opened fire. Admiral Juno's sacrifice in orbit bought moments just enough. Kareth unleashed her secret, the genetic weapon engineered within her. But instead of destruction, she repurposed it, turning the bio-linked systems of the Orath Armada inert, disarming them without a single casualty. The curse, redefined, had saved humanity. And with Ilara at her side, Kareth crowned herself queen. When the dust settled, Earth was no longer a backwater planet struggling for recognition. It was the seat of a queen whose very existence reshaped galactic politics. Kareth's coronation was unlike any in history. Half-human, half-alien ceremonies blended into something wholly new. To many it was a miracle. to others a dangerous precedent. Alara stood beside her, no longer just an ambassador but advisor and confidant. She watched as fractured governments united beneath Kareth's banner, not out of blind loyalty, but because the alternative, division, would invite destruction. Yet questions lingered. Had Earth truly chosen this path, or had Kareth maneuvered them all into her destiny? Whispers spread that humanity had traded one overlord for another, wrapped in prophecy silk. But for Alara, the truth was simpler. Earth had been handed a curse. Together, they had forged it into a crown. Years later, children on Earth spoke of the day the stars bowed to a queen. Kareth's reign reshaped not just Earth, but the Confederacy itself. Trade flourished, cultures intertwined, and for the first time in centuries, humanity looked outward with hope instead of fear. Yet in the dark edges of the galaxy, ancient signals stirred. Long-buried empires whispered of the prophecy fulfilled too soon, of a queen who would challenge their dominion. Alara, now older, watched Kareth with quiet unease. Victory had come at a cost, and the true war perhaps had only just begun.